Hey guys, and welcome back to Vlogmas day number 17. So for today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to recap my top 10 songs of the last year. Songs that came out in 2019 that I jammed to. I'm going to go through it a bit quicker than usual because my battery is about to die and I do not have another spare battery left. So I'm just going to get through these 10 songs, you know, in a relatively rapid pace, but still enjoying them and like talking a bit about them. I'm not going to listen to the song, obviously, copyright, but like talk a bit about why I like them and yeah, why they're on the list. These are in order from 10 to 1, so 10 being my least favorite, I guess, and 1 being my favorite of the year. And before we start with the top 10, I do have a list of honorable mentions, about 5 honorable mentions. There's a lot more songs I would love to talk about, but you know, we can't make this video like an hour long. My top 5 honorable mentions are Camila Cabello, This Love, from her latest album, Romance, Post Malone and Circles, Monsta X and French Montana, Who Do You Love? Thanks to my BFF for getting me onto the Monsta X train. Khalid, 100, from his album back in, I think came out in April or March. And last but not least, Niall Horan with his first single from his new album, Nice to Meet Ya. Great song, very upbeat, very like jammable. Okay, but with that being said, that is the 5 honorable mentions. Let's get into the actual top 10 songs that I liked this year. Coming in at number 10, we have Labyrinth and Sia with their song Oblivion. It is from Labyrinth's latest album. Labyrinth is a singer-songwriter I am like relatively known with. Like I don't know like his albums, I don't know a bunch of his songs, but I know he like collabs with people and I know most of those songs. I also like Mount Everest from his latest album. And his song with Noah Cyrus, I think, yeah. And he has one more song I like, I think Jealous, yeah. That's his single song I like as well. But yeah, this song is just amazing. I love like emotional, like ballady type of songs, and it is like mixed with like Labyrinth, like it's such a good song. This is like a more recent release, which is why it's also lower down on the list because I haven't had the time to like really delve into it and experience it as much as I would like to. But it's definitely like up there in one of my top songs, which is why it's number 10 on this list. I've listened to it a lot recently, so it's slowly creeping up. But for now, when I record this video in December, it's at number 10 on my list. Coming in at number 9 is Lauv and Anne Marie's Fuck I'm Lonely. I think the song is also on the 13 Reasons Why season 3 soundtrack. Don't like it because of that. It's just a great song. I saw Lauv in concert live in concert back in October. Great experience. But this song also, it's such a jam to sing to. Just like belt that like that, you know, F I'm lonely, and it's such a jam, such a beltable song. So I love it. It's just like, it's on repeat. I play it over and over again. Just like sing and jam and dance to it in my room when no one else is watching and I'm just by myself. Yeah, that's why it's at number 9 on this list. And if that's number 9, I thought we're just gonna go up. Obviously, this list is just like my personal preference of song. I'm not saying this is the end all be all of like top song list. It's just like my personal preference of the top 10 songs of this year. Obviously, you can have a completely different list. And if you want to leave your list down below of your top 10 songs this year, leave them down below. I would love to see what your top 10 songs of this year are, because it could be wildly different from mine, you know, different genres, different artists, different countries, different, you know, whatever. Just leave it down below. I'd love to see. I'm very curious. At number 8 we have Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler, You Were Good to Me. This is from their collaborative EP, Brent, which was released I think back in April. It's a 5-song EP and they work together. Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler, both very underrated artists, and this album, this EP, is bomb AF. It's a bunch of slow, like beautiful, like melodramatic songs you can just listen to and just like dive into your feels with. I love this EP so much. Like I'm getting it on vinyl soon. It's such a good EP and it's such a worthwhile to listen to. If you haven't listened to any of their songs, just like go out and just listen to Brent. Like just 5 songs, just quickly listen to them, and you will be invested in them for sure. Like you will want them to make an actual full album. That's how good it is. Brent and You Were Good to Me. Also, it's along with Scared and Please. Such a good EP. This is definitely, I wish like it almost went higher, but there's like so many good songs. I had to put it at 8. I couldn't put it any higher. I'm so sad, but that just tells you how good of a year of music we had this year. So yeah, You Were Good to Me at number 8 on my list. Number 7 on the list of this year is Duncan Lawrence with his hit song Arcade. I'm not sure if everybody like outside of like Europe knows Duncan Lawrence. He was the candidate for the Dutch entry for the Eurovision Song Festival 2019. Eurovision, if you don't know, is a big contest all across Europe where every country sends in a candidate that sings a song, and then Europe votes on who they think is the best song. And this year, we in the Netherlands won with Duncan Lawrence. Now, usually Eurovision songs can be kind of like you know, cheesy, kind of like, you know, like bebop. But this song, I swear, this song just genuinely, like I listen to it like just in my daily life. It's such a emotional, sweet song. It's such an amazing song to just like listen to when you're like feeling alone or when you're just driving somewhere. Just like it's just a great vibe song. I'm so happy that he won, because now that means Eurovision's coming to the Netherlands next year as well, which I'm hoping to go to if I can get tickets. Then I get tickets in the first ticket round. Hopefully I'll get them in the second round. But beside the point, this song is just such a good song, such an emotional, sweet song. If you haven't heard it, I definitely suggest listening to Duncan Lawrence's Arcade. Number 6 is Logic's song Commando. Now Logic brought out a new album this year called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. A lot of good songs on there, I find personally. And I saw and everyone agrees it's the best album. It's definitely not the best album, but I definitely have a lot of songs I like on there, including Homicide, IC, and Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. But my favorite song, the one I keep coming back to, is the one he made with G-Eazy called Commando. Such a good song, such a good song to bop to. I just love the beat. I just love the beat. I love G-Eazy on it. I love Logic. It's just a great song. Just like bop. It's a bop. It's just a bop, honestly. How much more I can say about it? It's the one I keep going back to on the album. My issue with Homicide is at the end when the like fake Eminem mocking like part. I don't like that. It kind of ruins the song for me. Which is why I come back to Commando more than I do to Homicide. That's why Commando's number 6 on the list. It's just a great bop. Number 5 is Halsey's song Graveyard. Now, I had a hard time choosing between which Halsey song I wanted to put on here. I was between Clementine and Graveyard, but in the end, I like Graveyard just a tad bit more, which is why it made it into the top 5 of my yearly songs. Yeah, Graveyard, just a great song. You know Halsey, great artist, and this song is also just so emotional, so such a deep meaning behind it. It's just a great song to vibe to. Like most of the songs I like listening to, like in my life, like why they end up in the top 10 are just songs that you can like vibe to. I don't necessarily like. I love listening to like EDM and rap and like stuff I can bop to, but I love vibing more than I love bopping. Wow, yeah. But that's why most of these songs are vibe songs, and Graveyard is a great song. It's kind of a combination of like both, right? Because Clementine is much more vibey, and Graveyard is kind of like boppy and vibey, which is why I like it so much. Which is why it's number 5 on my list. At number 4, we have the newest entry on this list, which is Harry Styles' Adore You. Now, Harry Styles has released his new album, Fine Line, which I did a reaction of as well. I'll leave a link up here somewhere. He has a lot of good songs in there, but my 3 favorites were Watermelon Sugar, She, Adore You, and Lights Up. I had a hard time choosing between all of those, but in the end of the day, Adore You is just such an amazing song. Such a fun meaning behind it. Like it's such a great melody, a great message. It's just such a beautiful song, which is why I chose Adore You to be my number 4 song of the year by Harry Styles. But don't get me wrong, that entire album is amazing. So if you haven't listened to the album yet, go listen to it. And especially if you don't have a lot of time, so listen to one song, listen to Adore You. It's like an amazing song. Now we're getting into the top 3, and this is of course a bit harder for me to like choose, but I think I'm quite happy with the way I listed them. At number 3 we have Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello's Señorita, or I should say Señorita. It is an amazing song. I remember when If I Can't Have You came out with Shawn Mendes, you were like, oh, this is great. But then Señorita came out with Camila Cabello, and that is just the definition of a bop. That song is just so catchy and so sing-alongable and so vibe and so dancey. It's an amazing song, and obviously I also very much ship Shawn and Camila together, so it's also just great to have them together in that video, being like a shipper's dream, I guess. But yeah, this song is just such a bop. I love this song so much. I sing it basically every day. At some point it comes into my playlist, and I'm just singing along. So that's why this song is just an earworm, you know. So it just gets stuck in you. In your head, and you just want to keep going on with it, which is why it's at number 3, because it's also just lyrically a good song. It's just like they're both their voices are so well together. Great song. Señorita, Camila Cabello, Shawn Mendes, number 3. And between number 2 and number 1, it was very hard to choose. There was 2 artists this year who I listened to the most, and they're not the most known artists. I mean, they're quite known, but I mean, one of them is now, but she wasn't earlier. So at number 2, which is the one I'm talking about, is Billie Eilish. Now, obviously, Billie Eilish is very known right now, but like beginning of the year, I feel like she was a bit lesser known. But yeah, that album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, is such a good album. It's in the running for my album of the year. And the song I chose is not like Bad Guy or Bury a Friend or Wish You Were Gay. The one that spoke to me the most, one I like the most, is Listen Before I Go. Listen Before I Go is such an emotional song. The lyrics are so deep and so touching and so personal, so meaningful. And just the melody that builds up underneath it. It's a song that speaks to me the most, like when I'm feeling lonely or when I'm feeling, you know, like down. Like I always feel like down. I listen to sad music because negative and negative is positive. I don't know, it's a weird thing. But this song is just so, like, I listen to this song so often. It's such a deep song. It's just so meaningful. And I just love listening to it and the lyrics that she says in it. So that's why Billie Eilish is Listen Before I Go is at number 2. Now number 1 is my good friend. He's not my good friend. I'd like to think we're buddies. I think we would be buddies in real life if we knew each other. But it's Lewis Capaldi. Now Lewis Capaldi popped up on my radar, honestly, I think at the end of last year or beginning of this year. I hadn't heard of him before then. But his entire album, Divinely Uninspired to a Hellish Extent, basically my Spotify Wrapped, the top 15 songs were the entire album, with a couple of other artists. But his entire album was in my Spotify Wrapped, which tells me I listen to this man a lot, and his album really spoke to me. And the song that I chose, that I like the most off his album, like obviously I love Someone You Loved, One, Fade, etc. But the one that spoke to me the most is Headspace. Headspace, again, lyrics, melody, meaning, they're all so good on that song. Headspace, I think, is the last song of the album, not the extended version, but the normal album. But it's such a good song. If you haven't heard Headspace by Lewis Capaldi, go listen to it now. I swear to you, it is one of the best songs on that album. And it is my favorite song of the year. It's the one I listen to probably the most next to Someone You Love, which I overplayed. I'm kind of tired of it now. I'll get back into it later, but right now I'm kind of tired of it. But Headspace I can listen to any time of the day, any place. It's such an amazing song. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my little list of my top 10 songs of this year. Obviously, again, these are my picks. I would love to know what your picks are. I can leave them in the comment down below. What are your top 10 or top 5 songs? Or just what is your favorite song of the year, if you want to keep it short. I will catch you guys back here tomorrow with another day of vlog. Now we're starting to come to the end of Vlogmas, so let's just keep this ball rolling and let's end it very nice, end it with a bang maybe. Who knows what I'm going to do for the last episode actually. I think I might have an idea, but I'm not going to tell you. It'll be a surprise. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, click the like button down below. If you really like it, click the subscribe button down below. And if you want to be notified as soon as a new video goes online, click on the bell button down below over here somewhere. It's somewhere. I'll be back with a video again tomorrow, as I already said. And I hope you guys have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And I'll catch you guys then. Bye.